Till now, we had learned about what is MySQL, how does it works, and various data types used in it. In this lecture, I am going to start the actual practical part of MySQL. I will practically teach you how to use MySQL and how to create database and tables. So without wasting much time, let's begin by going to our computer screen. Open MySQL and enter the password. This is the interface of MySQL. In the first video of this series, I had told that in MySQL there will be many databases, and in each databases there will be many tables. Now we are going to see the existing databases which are available in this system. For that, you have to use show database command. Remember to put semicolon after each command. So type show database semicolon and then press enter. You can see that there are 4 databases which are already existing. At the end, it will also show the time taken to show the result. They are system-based databases, so you cannot work on these databases. Show database command will list all the available databases. Now we are going to create a new database. For creating a new database, use the create database command. After create database, enter the name which you want to give to the database. I am going to create a database named EMP. So type create database EMP, put semicolon and press enter. MySQL displays query OK to indicate that the command has been executed successfully. Now let's confirm whether the database has been created by typing the show database command. As you can see, the database EMP has been created and it has been added to the database list. You cannot create 2 databases with same name. Let's try creating a new database with the same name, that is EMP. I'll type create database EMP semicolon. You can see an error has been displayed that states database exists. So in MySQL, you cannot use the same name for many databases. I am going to create a few more databases with the names practice and sample. You can also try this in your PCs. So after creating the databases, I'll display all the databases by using the show database command. One more thing you have to keep in your mind while creating a database is that you cannot leave any space while creating a database. For example, if you want to create a database named student list, it will show an error. So for avoiding that error, you can type create database student underscore list. Now the database has been created. So always make sure that while creating a database or table, use underscore instead of blank spaces. Along with creating database, you can also delete unwanted databases. So for deleting a database, the drop statement is used. So type drop database practice semicolon and press enter to delete the database practice. Let's check whether the practice database has been deleted by using the show statement. And as you can see, database named practice has been deleted. Till now, we have learned about how to show, create and delete a database. Now, before learning how to create a table in a database, I am going to teach you about some column attributes which is very important while creating a table. While giving a command to create a table, we have to mention what type of data should be entered by MySQL in a table. The first column attribute is unsigned. Unsigned means positive values. The data entered in a column must be positive. If I want to enter roll number in a column, so while creating a table, I'll mention roll number small int unsigned. That means while entering data in a table, MySQL will allow only numbers which are positive. It will allow only positive numbers. The second column attribute is not null. It means the column value cannot be empty. The next column attribute is default. If I want to give a column a default value, I'll use the default statement. If I don't assign any value to that column, MySQL will assign the default value. Auto increment is also one of the column attributes. The auto increment modifier is used to indicate that MySQL should automatically generate a number for that column as the value of the previous row plus 1. It can be used with integer data types. There can be only one auto increment column in a table. And the last column attribute is primary key. A primary key is one or more columns in a table that uniquely identify each row in the table. These were some of the important column attributes that has to be kept in your minds while creating a table. A question will be displayed on the screen. The first step is to use the show database command to list all the databases available in the system. So I am going to type show database semicolon and then enter. Now I am going to open the database EMP where I want to create the table. So for that I'll type use EMP semicolon and then press enter. Here you can see that it is mentioned as database changed. That means the database EMP has been opened. Before creating a table, the use statement is used to open the database where you want to start working with. In the table which I am going to create, there will be 6 columns. These are the actual names for the columns, but I have to give these names for the columns as the names are small. The data types which I taught you in the previous lecture will be used while creating the tables. So now I am going to create the table. I have to create a table named pay. So type create table pay and then press enter and then open the bracket. The first column will be employee identification. The data type and characteristics for the column EMP ID is that it must be an integer and it has to be a primary key. So type EMP ID and after that type small int primary key and then type comma. After defining every new column and its characteristics, make sure to type comma. Now the second column is employee name, which has to be a character with variable width of 20 columns. So type name varchar and in brackets 20 and comma. Since in the question it is asked as variable width, you have to type varchar 20. If variable width is not mentioned, then you can type char 20. The third column is age, which has to be an integer. So type age small int. The next column is city. Here also it is mentioned as character with variable width of 20 columns. So here also type city varchar and in brackets 20. The next column is of salary, which is of 5 integers and 2 decimal places. That means the total number of digits is 5 plus 2, that is 7 digits, and there has to be 2 decimal places. So type salary decimal and in brackets 7,2. In the previous video of data type, I have already explained in detail about this topic. If anyone is watching this video for the first time and is not able to understand the concept of decimal 7,2, for them I have given the link of that video in the description. You can go and watch that video before watching this one. Now let's move on to the last column, that is date of birth, which has a data type of date. Always remember to close the bracket which we have opened over here. Now put semicolon and then press enter. Now the table pay has been successfully created. To check whether the table has been created, type show table semicolon and then tap enter. You can see that the table pay has been created. Now we have to see the structure of this table, where we can see the column names and its data types. Since we have not yet inserted the data, it is not an actual table. To see the structure of a table, type describe pay semicolon and then press enter. Here you can see the structure of the table. That's all for now. In the next lecture, I'll show you few more examples, and along with that, I will also teach you how you can insert data in this table. If you like this tutorial, then tap the like button, share it with your friends, and if you are new to this channel, hit the subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll meet you in the next video.